This is the story of Bye Bye Fatman. I've decided to go into a little bit more detail on this video and just tell you about my weight loss journey from where it started, how it's progressed and to where I am now. And hopefully people can learn from my experience and perhaps be inspired by what I've been able to achieve. So this first section of the video is from the 12th of July 2021 when I was morbidly obese. I was weighing 410 pounds or 186 kilograms. I was a giant, as you can see. And I decided that from that day forward, I was going to do my very best to change my life. So I adopted a very low calorie diet and I used total food replacement products from Slim and Save. Now, whether or not total food replacement is the wisest strategy, people have different opinions. But I knew that in order to be successful on my weight loss journey, I needed to see more or less instantaneous results. I've tried and I've failed before, and often because I don't see any progress. So this time I thought, all right, I need to see the progress up front, so let's go for it. And within the first week, I lost about 10 pounds, so several kilograms, 4 or 5 kilograms, and that helped to continue to motivate me. The first meal I had was a cottage pie from Slim and Save, which at first it's not that palatable, but as you get used to it, your taste buds adjust, and after a while, it's just second nature to eat such food. Now, what I found is initially, it's very, very difficult to make the adjustment from eating real food to such manufactured food, which you just add water to. It's kind of like living off pot noodles or something. But anyway, I made the adjustment. I would say the first few days are the most difficult, and then it does get easier. It never gets easy. It's always a challenge because it's counterintuitive not to eat proper food. However, after the first few days, you stop to feel quite so hungry. Your body adjusts, and when you enter ketosis, then you start to burn fat, but also you start to get more energy. Now, as well as adopting a total food replacement, I also began to dance for fitness. Now, the dancing probably started off as a little bit gimmicky, but what I did was made sure that I danced most days. Initially, I was just doing it on my own, just messing around. But then increasingly, I began to involve my children, and it became part of our routine. And it became a lot of fun. And it's something the children would be saying, oh, Daddy, let's dance. Now, the thing is, right, I had tried going to the gym. I have tried going for long walks and jogging. And I've actually started doing some more long walks in more recent times. But at that point, I couldn't do too much. So by doing the things with the kids, the dancing, the weightlifting with the babies, that meant that I was inspired to continue. And I didn't quit because the kids were holding me accountable. And also holding me accountable on my weight loss journey were you guys, the people who view my videos on social media. So by posting every day, I was basically saying to the world, as well as myself, right, this is what I'm going to do. And keep me in check, keep me online. So basically, that's what's happened. And I couldn't let people down. Once people started following me on the various platforms that I used, I'm like, oh, gee, I've promised all these people I'm going to lose weight. Now I'm going to get egg on my face if I don't do it. So I continued and I kept up the effort and started to find success. As time went on, of course, the weight loss slowed down. The initial 10 pounds was followed by about half a stone, 7 pounds, and a handful of kilograms. But it started to slow down. But still, I was probably chopping off a couple of pounds every week, or at least a kilogram, until it started to come on. Then, it slows down even more. But at the same time, every week when you step on the scales, you start to see that your weight is decreasing. It inspires you to keep going. Moreover, as you see the weight coming off, it's also not coming on. So even if you only lose a small amount of weight, you recognize, well, actually, old me may well have actually gained weight. So new me is doing even better. Another thing I did which is kind of part of the keto diet, but I quit alcohol. Now, drinking alcohol when you're doing a keto diet is quite dangerous anyway, but I knew I had to make some pretty dramatic lifestyle changes, and alcohol has always been a problem to me in the sense that it's got its own calorific value, but at the same time, I'd make really bad food choices when I drink alcohol. So by stopping drinking alcohol, that's helped me in a number of ways. Now, I'm not saying that you necessarily have to stop drinking alcohol if you want to lose a lot of weight, but I am saying it can't do you any harm, and it certainly helped me. So as time went on, I started doing other types of exercise, as well as the dancing with the kids, more walks, again, mainly with the children. Winter came, though, that probably slowed down a little bit, but we kept dancing and kept having fun. Now, making a weight loss journey fun was probably my act of genius, as well as making the social media videos, because it's something which can't be fun in normal circumstances. But I did something just to make it that little bit different. So, that worked for me. Then about 6 months ago, we moved to Germany, and that made it a little bit more difficult because I couldn't get hold of my Slim and Save products anymore because they don't actually export into the European Union anymore. So I had to kind of keep the keto diet going without using the product I'd come particularly reliable on. So I started to use basic salads, eat a lot of fruit and veg, well, not so much fruit, but more veg, and just to eat healthy and to kind of maintain the calorie deficit. Now, I've been quite successful with that. At one point, I was down to 115 kilograms, so 260 something pounds, and I probably regained at most 10 kilograms, but that means I'm like 65 kilograms down, maybe almost 150 pounds down from my starting point. So although there's been a little bit of weight gain since I stopped using the total food replacement, I'm actually quite happy, because sustaining the weight loss can be one of the most difficult parts of the weight loss journey. And now I've kind of adopted to eating normal food, and I'm not gaining weight. Now I'm looking at some point to try and get some more total food replacement products, and probably having like a second push, because I'm still about 20 stone. I'm still technically morbidly obese, but because I'm a third lighter than I was, I kind of feel really good about it, and I don't beat myself up about it. But I've still got a few little health issues. I've had an arrhythmia, so I'm having some treatment with a cardiologist. And of course, losing more weight, doing more exercise can only be beneficial to my overall health. So, of course, I'm going to keep this weight loss transformation going. I guess finally, as part of this video, I just want to thank everyone, because I get a few trolls here and there, but overwhelmingly 99.9% of people who comment on my posts have been so supportive. And I honestly couldn't have done it without the support of you guys on social media. So thank you. And please keep commenting and keep holding me to account, and ask me specifically for what tips I can actually give you.